shout out my homie JR. Dopest Natives Alive, baby. Let's go.
Dopest Natives Alive.
Dopest Natives Alive.
Give me chills.
Dopest Natives Alive, Northside Bay. Boom.
Fucking get that, dog.
Yo, what up? It's Hope. Dopest Natives Alive. We here, man. Shout out to Simba on the production.
Word.
Just take this slow. Yeah. Are we some gangsters? No, I'm here to take your soul and rip it through your body and break it down into a single cell. But I'm not talking jail, sitting in this box with nails, slipping through this life to take your life and take it straight to hell. What's going on with me? Cause this cannot be real. Hope you're not yourself, I hope you haven't gone and disappeared. Let's be crystal clear, you don't need no having to fear. Hopeless reappeared and it appears he's on the brink of tear. A rip and tear through a bear, this is not fair. Oh well, farewell, the fucking me does not care. I put my finger in the air and put it top tier. I got here, putting in that work and you were not there. I'm here now, let the show begin. It's not fair to stop there. Aware that this is see a Sav's here. Dare do I repair what I prepared when I was scared? Little savage on the rest, still a savage for the ears. And I don't need no features, I need to slap a preacher creeping in my sneakers on these creeps. Cause I'm a non-believer. Either I spit ether to even out all the evils, or I eat my words right now and see nothing for all my people. I'm a shapeshifter, rain turn to river, stallow braid gets thicker when blades start to sever. It's a savage and the salmon is slapping, it's on stat. Wolf pack about to attack and we screaming out land back. How's that? Realize where you at, native land until you die, no matter how you react, and that's facts. I've been stuck in my ways, amazed that we made it, never take this away. Ayy, are you kidding me? This is big blade energy. It ain't no mystery, I am my own enemy. They try to label me, say that I'm just a memory, but realistically this is a flawless victory. I'm a lion with these lyrics, you fuckers should stop lying. I'm inclined to insist that you bitches will start dying over time. It was easy for me to redesign what I seen up on the Rez. You can hear it in each rhyme.
Yeah, dog. That was fucking flames, homie. Damn.
Yeah, we're gonna run that back one time. That was Hope, SKS Crew. Now we're coming up with Overdose579 one time for your mind. Yeah!
Hey, yo, check it out. Overdose579, baby. Fresh out the camel. Hey, yo, check it out. We here, the Dopest Natives Alive, about to drop this file. Yo, check it. Step on scene with the white cap on. Suited and booted to get my dap on. Maneuvers with numbers, can't get my math wrong. Destined for millies, making these rap songs. Piling up bills, I need my money long. Grinding for reals, I get my gully on. Grinding with rhyming, homie, my style is raw. Surviving and smiling, keeping my family strong. Maximum effort, I gotta keep it going. Determination shown that I'm really growing. Hypnotizing poems, energy is glowing. Synchronizing lyrics, amplify my flowing. Simplify emotion, baby, keep it golden. Trauma to triumph, mental health emotion. Through the valley of shattered dreams, I'm coasting. Heart and soul battered and soul, but I don't back down. I don't give a fuck, homie, step up now. I've been moving through the gutter with a bag of around. I've been doing my thing, trying to hustle some banks so I can put this shit away for all my fucking kids. Yeah, supernatural talent, I'm in this shit forever. I'm gonna do this shit, boy, I am just way too clever. I gotta get the mic, my lyrical spitting, you know I'm in this forever. My motherfucker's spirit might be missing, but yo, my mind's gone. My mama says I'm wrong, I gotta get it going, homie, I be so golden. And I be doing with the microphone I'm spitting the fucking roll. And you know me, boy, fuck the law. You fucking cop trying to knock me on my block, sucker. I'm coming at you with an uppercut, I hit it. Yeah, rock that shit, bro. Or at the bar beat, I never dropped
Yeah,
that
you're now in the building.
Yeah, bro.
We got the boys, Big House Boys, Stolo Nation, West Coast. Big House in this bitch.
West Coast,
Rich Unk.
baby.
Yo, shout out to Rich Unk for bringing us out. Let's go.
These are definitely two of the dopest natives alive, spitting hot fire live and direct off
Coast,
the dome.
Let's get it.
Let's go.
Shout out to Simba for the beat.
Yo, shout out to Simba, man. Yo, shout out to you, man, for bringing us out here.
Yeah.
What up, dog?
Yo, turns out we come from the same area and the same teachings
Yeah.
in our lives.
Yeah.
In our lives,
Facts, bro.
there's connections there, and that's really cool, man. It was really cool to come here and find out that's who you are.
Talk that talk, my
'Cause-
brother.
Hell yeah,
Because
dog.
you know, I brought my cousin here, my brother, Overdose
What's up, baby?
579,
What up?
and
Blessings.
we were raised very culturally and very respectful. So
Stalin Nation, baby.
it to have somebody that knows where we come from and knows what that's about and who those people in our
Respect.
community that we hold high.
Yeah.
That's a strong connection, bro, and I'm really happy that we
Yeah.
made that connection because I had no idea. I know who you are. Like I've seen you and we made connections, but when you make a connection like that, it really brings you home.
Yeah.
So I think it's different than just meeting regular people out,
Yeah.
you know, and I've had that before. And so, yeah, that's close to me, man.
Word up.
That's mad love, especially the people that you bring up. You
Yeah.
know, those names are really,
Yeah, man. Respected elders, respected people in our community, right? So it's huge, man.
Yeah, for sure. You know, definitely. I'm proud. I'm proud and very honored to be able to call those elders my mentors, and I have a real connection. And you know, very proud of them. You know, and I share it in a lot of my songs. You know, I'll mention. You know, no disrespect if I'm breaking protocol by mentioning their names and stuff, but I just want people to stumble upon it and be like, they're talking about my. You know, that's my grandpa, or that. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And you know, there's a lot of people that affected my life in a good way that I try to remember them and speak their name, especially on platforms like this that might exist forever.
Yeah,
you know,
totally.
so their
Yeah, rest in
names,
peace to some of them too, you know.
right?
Yeah.
For real, man.
Totally,
So, hey, man, I'm super stoked that you guys rolled through. I took a little bit of time to get this set up. You know, welcome you guys to Dopest Natives Alive. This is the podcast. This is the building. This is the space. I'm glad to have you guys here, and I was able to connect with you guys off camera a little bit about, you know, with the culture and stuff like that. Share some of the songs that were inspired by the things I've seen, and like you said, in our traditional ways, in our introductions, you know, when we talk about who our grandparents are and who our clans are and stuff like that, it really connects those dots for you, right?
For sure.
And I always think like, you know, it's everything that you carry should have a name connected to it. Like, where did I get these circle teachings I share were taught to me by Roland, you know, like I can tell you who taught me these things.
Yeah.
And it's important, right? And a lot of that came from your community, and I'm the man I am today because of them, right? And I love and respect those people that helped me.
Respect that, dog.
You know,
That's
so I'm glad that you guys are here. Welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for having us, man.
So you know, so what's cracking? Hope we met. We got to meet at the international. No, it wasn't the international hip hop. Yeah, actually, that's where I first seen you perform.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the one at the annex.
Yeah, downtown
Yeah.
Vancouver. Yeah, I seen you
Yeah.
perform there, and I was just like, man, they're killing it.
Yeah.
And then I
thanks.
got to meet up with you at the hip hop festival just past there.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so you saw us at another one. That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah, the International Hip Hop Awards last 2 years ago, maybe.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, the old CBC building downtown, stadium station around there.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, just recently, the Hip Hop Festival. Shout out to Manic Wonderful Native Hip Hop Society.
Yeah.
Putting that on.
So that was that show was my like comeback for a long time, because I just stepped back, you know, like step back from being so much in the scene. And so that, I remember saying to Doobie too, I was like, yo, I'm coming out tonight. Like, I'm not here to play. I'm coming out. Like, I'm coming out heavy. I'm really like tuning in everything that I've learned and applying that.
Yeah.
You know, and we should always do that.
Yeah.
But I think seeing the reaction was really satisfying.
Yeah, you know, because you did kill it that night. You know,
Yeah.
like it was your performance, your presence, the energy. You
Yeah.
know, like I talk a lot about, for me about the spirit, and we talk about, the spirit's very important, about, we're talking about that earlier, and I believe in that strongly, and you had the spirit there with you, you know what I mean? Because, like sometimes I'll be in a ceremony and I'll hear some people singing some songs, and it's just cold and kind of quiet, like you just don't feel it. And then there's some people, they pull out a little soup can and start shouting, and next all of a sudden you just feel it, just right, that spirit,
for sure.
calling the spirits, right? And even though it's hip hop, I believe your spirit, you calling those people with you, right? So when you stood there, you had the intensity and that look you had, the energy was, it was there. So your people were there with you.
Ancestors were with you.
So it was strong. They weren't gonna let you stand alone out there, knowing what you're coming back through and fighting through, right? So that's how I felt about it. So that was dope.
Yeah, thanks. It was it was great. It was, I think, ever since then, I've been going pretty hard. So it kind of got me into gear. It's really and it's good to have opportunities given like that.
Yeah.
And so and not only did it give me a good show, it kind of kick-started me again.
Yeah.
Which is bigger than the show.
Yeah.
Because now, Real Rez Kid came out, and like I got lots more coming, but it just snowballs like once you get going. I think for me that's how it had happened. Music for me is, it just takes over.
Yeah.
There's no once it's like once it starts, you're like, oh, now we're in trouble.
Yeah.
Because it's like we're gonna be in that studio, and people are gonna be hitting us up, and there's gonna be cancellations, and everything is gonna be focused on this music right now.
Yeah.
And that's how it should be.
Hell yeah.
And
So today you brought your cousin. Overdose579. Nina.
Yeah, what
in
up?
the building, spit some fucking freestyles. Like for a minute, I was thinking, is this written? And then I started hearing I was like, no, this is straight fire off the dome. I was like, ever watch Chinese or like skip rope when they're, your whole one, and then you're just kind of waiting. That's how I was feeling. I was like waiting to jump in there, and I was like, I better not.
Yeah, right. Well, you should have, man.
You should have,
right. But I gotta say, my cousin here, like, we started doing music back in the day where we were from. I remember we were doing raps. Crime was going on.
Yeah.
Things. Yeah. We were in a bad environment.
Yeah.
But we were together, and we were able to kind of come back from that and do music.
Yeah.
And so from where we're from, in the beginning, I moved to New York.
Yeah.
So my New York.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Right. So what happened was, what's interesting is that I moved to New York. We were in a bad place. Some really bad things happened, and my sister brought me to New York.
Yeah.
And I stayed for 3 years.
Yeah.
And in that time, this guy and Doobie were still in the hood.
Yeah.
Rapping.
Yeah, man.
Doing bad stuff, And I was able to break free from that.
Yeah.
And go to New York, and actually the birthplace of hip hop.
Yeah.
And build there, freestyle on the roof. Yeah. Going to hip hop shows, thrown on stage. I wasn't even really a rapper then, but it was really like I had written stuff and people recognized that. My buddies were like, yo, that's dope. I'm going to put you on.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Doobie, too. And you know what? Rest in peace to Boobtown. Man,
yeah,
all the cousin taught us.
Bobby
Kelly, man.
And actually, this is his art right here. His art from jail, man.
Yeah, and he was the heart and soul of what we all known from rap back in the hood, right? Because like he'd be spitting freestyles and everyone just like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
right?
I remember being with him and being like, yo, what is that?
Yeah.
So I was thinking he's spitting someone else's stuff.
Yeah.
And he was like, yo, that's mine. And I was like, what? You wrote, that's your music. And he was like, and I remember being like, yo, how can you be so dope? Because he was already dope in my eyes.
Yeah.
But when you add that dopeness of the art, now you have something special.
Yeah.
For sure.
because
for sure.
you have somebody that was dealing with a lot of different things. He was going through he was the love
Crazy hood
of the
shit,
party.
man.
He was one of the Rez kids.
Yeah,
like
bro.
real Rez Kid, man. Like been through it, and
Fucking hood
here
life,
he
bro,
is
you know?
busting raps, and everybody kind of gets into it. And so I think that for me was like the big moment of like, yo, we can
can do this.
We can do this,
You know what I mean?
because
For reals.
And then so anyways, that's
Yeah,
kinda
it's
where-
like one thing he always taught me too was like, you know, you go through a lot of shit in your life. Like I've been through a lot of bullshit in my life, you know. And he was like, you'll start writing that shit down. You know, I was 13 one time. I went over to my auntie's house and he was all sipping and shit in his room. And he actually locked me in his room. And he's like, fucking your cousin. I'm like, yo, what's going on? He's like, you know, I'm gonna jump you into the set and fucking you ain't leaving until you write a rhyme. And I'm like, you serious?
Yeah.
And he was real shit. You know what I mean? I'm like, I wasn't allowed to leave till I wrote a 16 bar. So I'm like, you know, it took me like an hour or so, but I wrote some dope ass shit. He's like, see, you got it, cuz. He's like, now go out there.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna hit all the cousins up. You're all gonna be writing some shit. You know what I mean? And the snowball, we all rhyming some dope ass shit.
Yeah.
You know, and it's dope. It's good memory, yo.
So then I came back from New York, and I think that's where Status Crew combined forces,
Yeah, for
because you had these guys rapping, and I came back, and I think New York had the style.
Yeah.
So when I came back, I was in Timberlands and like just crazy styles,
Different words and
I
shit,
remember
guys
everybody
dropping
everybody was
shit.
like, "Yo, look at this guy! Like, where did you get this gear?" I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah.
this is all New York shit." Like,
It was fly, bro.
you know, and so bringing that back, and then I had these beats, and I remember the parties we started freestyling, and I was like, "Yo, I had a different style than these guys."
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's because of the freestyling on roofs and stuff, but mine wasn't as gutter anymore.
Yeah.
Because they were still.
He was
in
so
the hood.
intricate, and we were like, "Yo, you
Yeah,
got
so
some
like had these like
intricate-ass
crazy bars,
verses,
and they're
bro."
like, "Whoa, bro, like that's crazy." And
Yeah.
but Doobie's really good. You're good at that too.
Yeah.
it's just different.
Doobie's fire too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, he's dope,
It's
man.
just
He's
different.
dope.
So
And it was a good trio because it was like 3 different styles
Yeah.
of just like connected.
So the three of you guys make up SKS? Or is
Yeah,
there more?
yeah.
So SKS was Status Crew Society.
Yeah.
Then we had a falling out.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what happened was me and Doobie were always open to having Overdose back.
Yeah.
But we always wanted to make sure that we were still progressing with our music.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was making some shitty choice in my life, you know what I mean? I got into mad dope, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just got deep into some hood shit, and I just like, all in my head was constantly like, hood, beef, fuck this, like, fuck everybody type shit, you know what I mean? And it did, and I ended up falling into a big dope addiction, which then obviously was gonna hold everybody back, because like,
Yeah.
they doing studio time, and I'm all fucking laid out somewhere. Or I'm arguing with my, you know, like Maxes and shit, and just like, it was such a toxic fucking, they didn't need that shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's respect. It was always respects, right? But like, I understand the music game, like, you know, I understand, like, yo, fuck that, man, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I got in my own head because I was so high all the time. I'm like, then you know, you go in that rabbit hole when you're on dope, and you're just like, fuck everyone that's against me, like, fuck everybody type shit.
Yeah.
And that got myself into that rabbit hole where I was like, didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like, always was spitting that game. And
So-
man, mad respect to them, how far they did their shit, right? So I love that shit, bro. It's mad
Yeah.
respect, bro.
So
It's mad love, dog.
it became Status Crew,
Yeah.
right? So we lost the S, and that was you.
Word, bro.
And that's how we, you know, we always said that we were solo artists, though.
Yeah.
And that's who we are. Like, if you, right, like, even now, like, Doobie does his thing and I do my thing, but we come together on stuff.
Yeah.
And that we're from the same area, so we
For sure.
Is
understand.
Doobie from out there as well?
Yeah, he's from Skatine,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
but he grew up in La Camel.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah, bro. Yeah.
So he knows all our family. And
Grew
he's
up
really
in the same
close.
cul-de-sac, man. Top
And
block,
these
bro.
these guys were really close.
yeah.
Super, bro.
And
Hell yeah.
so, you know, in the beginning, this guy was the front man.
Yeah.
And that was the interesting part was I remember doing shows. Our first show was Bone Thugs and Harmony, with Mercules and Stack the Ripper.
Right.
And that was
Stomp Down Crew was up on that
Killers,
scene,
and we
shout out to Merc, homie's killing it, bro.
Yeah, and so back in the day, that was like at the beginning, and we opened up for Crazy Bone.
Yeah.
And then
Stack Ripper.
Mocha Only.
Yeah. Fucking Evil Ebenezer.
Evil Ebenezer, Hobson.
Yeah, bro.
Mad Child, Swollen. Yeah. But after all this, you know, we had a falling out, and he did his thing, and we kept doing our thing. And we were always like, oh, I wonder if he's going to come back at any time.
I was always in the hood writing, man. I never stopped writing.
We always knew he was. We're like, he's not rapping.
Yeah,
we know he's rapping because that's who he was. He was the front man. He was the guy that came out, and I remember being like, oh, he's got it, because I didn't know. I don't come out. Yo, what's up? Yeah. I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I was always in the hood, man. He's like, yeah, I did. I never stopped rapping, man. You know what I mean? And it's. I've always wanted to come back, and just always so many other life events that I got myself into. Even my kids too, right? Like a lot of my, like, you know, baby moms would be like, yo, what's kids or music? You know what I mean? It was like never had that full support.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, but now I'm back, you know what I mean? And then like, I don't give a fuck about what anyone says. Like, I know I got skills, and man, mad shout out to Hope, because he's bringing me up too, helping me come back, you know what I mean? And inspiring motherfucker, right? So like watching him do what he does, watching Doobie do what he does, proud of him, man, you know what I mean? And it's like, we always got that brotherly love, you know what I mean? So it's mad inspiring to be able to come back.
Yeah, and here we are. This is like...
Here we are, you know. I'll be dropping like some shit soon, man. It's like...
First comeback. I think this is your first appearance.
My first appearance, bro, right now.
Tonight.
Well, we're glad to have you. And, you know, and it's a testament to real brotherhood, because I always tell them, like, my homies, like, man, we can fucking punch each other right out. And then next day it's Christmas when we're opening presents together, you know, and it's all love, because brothers fight, you know what I mean? And I see some of our community members out there, they're beefing each other and stuff over some bullshit, and it's like, you know, you guys are a testament to that, you know, like you can always get this shit right and get it back together. That's more important than anything, you know, than checking that ego and just moving forward. So.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
And to, you know, to see, you know, to reach a hand out to pick your brother back up, and it's like, you know, you never left. Totally. You were always there, right? Totally. It was for you to come back.
It was my own choice, man. You know, especially when I got hooked on fentanyl, man. It was like, it was my own choice, right? I've never put that on nobody. Yeah. And you know, like, it took me a minute to get out of that. So like, now that I'm clean off that shit. Yeah. You know, and it's. Able to have a fucking
let's get some.
Yeah, able to have a clear mind. You know what I mean? Like, you get fogged out and dope. You know what I mean? Like, it's being recovered off that shit, man. I'm telling you, get fogged out. You don't think right. Yeah. Everyone's against you. Paranoia out the fucking box. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's like, now that I got like a clean mind flow, I can actually see that all the fuck ups I did and how many opportunities I lost, and. Yeah. To have homies that are still like, no matter what, they're still there for you, bro. And it's like, I feel that too. That's humbling, right? So it's really fucking empowering me to like keep going, bro. You know?
Yeah, for sure. And you know, I heard this elder once say that, you know, you got to keep your spirit full, so there's no room for anything else to jump in it, right?
Facts. I heard that too, bro. I've heard that.
Keep those. Keep this shit going. Keep yourself busy. I had somebody Tiago Vasquez came through last night. We shot a podcast, and you know, he's working through some stuff, right? But he spent Friday night here in the studio with me shooting a podcast instead of out doing some other shit, right? And so, you know, keeping that, you know, like, this is medicine too, right?
It is.
If we're in there in the studio all the time, we ain't got time for nothing else, right? So lean on it. You know, use it, right? So.
And that's what I do nowadays, to keep my head out of the gutter, bro. It's like, I just, you know, anytime I'm not like with my kids in the day, the second my babies are in bed, I'm like, produce music, write. Every night I'm trying to get at least 16 bars in. And my oldest son, you know, shout out to my sons, man, like, especially my two oldest are like, dude, they're my leather, you know what I mean? Yeah. They're my paint, they're my leather. That like keeps me whole every day. They're like, yo, Dad, just do it. Be yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Did you-
I also feel like they're comfortable because like they always, they game out and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think when they hear my beats, me making beats or me writing rhymes, they know where Dad's at.
Yeah.
So it's also humbling to my kids too. Like, yo, as long as Dad's doing music, that's what I feel. Maybe that's not what it is, but it's what I feel like. If they hear me making beats, they know I'm not out there on the streets doing some fucked up shit.
Yeah.
So it's music is saving my life. It's honestly music saved me a lot of times in my life.
Yeah,
glad to be back, man, for real.
Yeah, for sure. And I got a lot of respect for you, to be there for your boys and your children, man. That's a big thing. And,
I got a new daughter too, 10-month-old. What's up, Addie?
Sweet.
Oh, shout out.
That's
word up.
That's a gift. They deserve the best version of you, you know.
sure.
And I'm glad that you're pulling yourself out and bring yourself back in these bright ass lights. Become that star that you need to be, right? And I'm gonna slide into one of your tracks real quick.
Word up.
We got a song here by Overdose. Feel free to rap over it if you like.
Hey yo,
we're gonna go in.
Hey yo, it's Overdose579. I produce this beat myself, yo. Check it out. Shout out to everybody that, supports. Check me out. West side, check me out. Fifth gear swerving, no signal merging. I ain't perfect, I'm learning. Started at the bottom with them sturgeons. Fraser ribbon native coming up with the current. Driving like it's hot, hitting curves, man. Fifth gear swerving, I've been doing things. Fuck around, man. Don't give a shit about the written. I'ma drop some freeze for you right now about how I came up. How old he came up. Shit, I came up dope. Shell on a scale trying to generate flow. For the reservation youth, there wasn't much I could do. Watching OGs hustle, memorizing the moves. I was young fella, pen spilling lyrical energy. Praying to the rap gods, hoping they're feeling me. Every verse spit raw, was throwing up top block. Recognized game from the one on the top spot. Diamond ring shining, west side of the signage. Big L's blazing, I was smoking the finest. Cushion man packs of pound bags was flipping. Was straight thug for life with no switching. I don't switch up game, I do it right. I've been on the streets moving shit, smoking on pipes, doing my thing, smoking weed and doing wrong, but I don't give a fuck cause I'm here and I'm going. Straight up, homie, I give a shout out to Hope, man. He makes me feel fucking dope, man. He's like, yo, you gotta keep going, you gotta keep them flowing, you got to let the whole world know how you're growing. So I'm like, hell yeah, dog, let me do them things. Roll me up a blunt, let me smoke that thing and just chill to the melody, homie. I'ma chill to the melody, homie. Yo, drop some facts and I'ma let you know. For real, dawg, I ain't going nowhere, dawg. Forever, we in the shit forever, bro. West
yeah,
side,
one time again for your mind. Overdose 579. Yeah, this beat slaps hard too.
Yeah, you like that beat, bro?
Yeah, man, we gotta set you up over here real quick and get these slaps going.
Word up, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's some raw talent right there.
Yeah, thanks, bro.
Man, it's a blessing to have you brothers in here. What do you guys got coming up? You got some new any shows popping or?
Yo, actually, if you don't mind me saying, April 26th, man, it's gonna be the first time I came out for a long time to drop a show. It's gonna be an indigenous fashion show at the Chilliwack Egg Rec Center. That big barn looking thing in Chilliwack.
Yeah.
Shout out to Pexwaxium. It's like heavy metal band. They're dope as fuck. Shout out to Nikki the Rock. She's gonna have the fashion show.
Yeah.
Ladies walk around the indigenous fashion. It's gonna be a sick ass show, man. It's a free show. Check it out. April 26th. Tickets at the door if you want, whatever. Check out my Instagram. I'll show you, give you my link tree after and shit, whatever.
Hell yeah.
But it's gonna be a fire show, man. I'm actually stoked about it because it's gonna be like models walking around and shit. I'll be dropping that fire. Shit, I'm gonna try not to fucking stumble my rhymes. There's some beautiful indigenous women walking around, whatever.
Yeah, some things never change. Right?
Yeah, back in Mac Daddy for life, bro. It's serious. It's gonna be sick. I'm pumped for it because, you speak words out in the universe and something, it answers back to you, as long as you stay humble, keep your mind right, work hard, and I've been doing that. So I'm stoked to be able to drop some shit. I got a shitload of songs, I got to drop, and it's going to be fire, man. I'm telling you. Telling you, I got a lot of shit coming out that people are gonna be like, damn, dog. And I got a bunch of different genres too, bro. Like I've been doing hip hop inspired, bunch of shit, house. I even got like a hip hop country song. I got a hip hop rock song. You know what I mean? I do. I've been coming out with a lot of cool funk, man. But you know what? That 90s G funk's my shit, man. I love that shit.
Yeah, for sure.
West Side, West Coast.
Shout
shit,
out
bro.
to C Trick. His homie's all about that. G funk.
Oh, nice.
yeah.
Yeah. Hope you got any shows coming up here?
No, man. I'm just in the studio. Like, I got a big song coming up with a producer. I'm not gonna really say who it is or anything because we're not trying to make that announcement right now. But we do have a big thing coming.
Yeah.
And you know, for me, I think it's really big, and I feel like it's very important. So I'm really stoked on it. And I think Real Rez Kid was one of those. I was like, I need something before this drops.
Yeah.
And I need something after. But I've been so much studio time that I've really honed in on the sounds that I can create. So at this point, it's just trying to get music out to the world, and I'll always be performing when people want me to perform and stuff. But
Intelligent motherfucker too, man. You know, he inspired, you know, teaching, mentoring me a lot about the way you post shit, because it is, man. It's like there's a process. There's a process, and I never thought of it ever like that. But man, he's learned this process on his own. He's learning that. And I like, man, big ups to that, because like I never would have thought of anything this motherfucker thinks of, because like I've been out for the game for a long time, but like now I'm watching his process and it works. You know what I mean? It's real shit. So like,
I mean,
intelligent, man. He's strategic.
I think Real Rez Kid, I was put onto the beat, so I'm at the point where I try and keep everything in house.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have, I wrote Real Rez Kid, I recorded it myself. I mixed it myself.
Hell yeah.
I didn't master it because I'm never going to like try and be that person that, you know, mastering's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
And I have, shout out to JT from Paranoid Sound Studios. He's mentored me to mix, right? So he's my guy. I mix and then I send him my tracks for mastering.
Yeah.
And then, so really you have an indigenous producer from Treaty 6 territory in Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
You have myself, and then you have JT who does the mastering. But that's as far as it goes. I did the album cover. I did all, you know, I made the stickers, and you know, and then you get into what kind of videos you need, and then you know, I think hand in hand fashion.
Yeah.
So that's what one of my biggest, you know, shout out to Section 35.
Yeah.
I think
Inez and I haven't got a chance to meet her husband. Do you know her husband's name? Section 35?
Yeah. Oh, I can't remember. Inez, Inez is from.
Inez.
Yeah. She used to record in my living room.
Oh yeah.
When she first started years ago.
Talented, yo.
Totally.
Super dope.
So,
Shout out to Inez. I hit her up not long ago. I was like, yo, I need a feature. She's like, yeah, I'm not really doing that right now.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
I know she's hustling. I know she was doing nursing, all kinds of stuff. But,
nice. Okay.
Yeah, like Boogtown used to fucking show me Inez. You're like, yo, check her out.
Rapture Rising, man.
Yeah, Rapture Rising.
When I was coming up.
I remember going to them shows like way back. I'm like,
The Boss.
they're super
right? Totally.
Or now she's known as Aaliyah, but
Yeah, so Section 35, I think, for me is right up there because it's a streetwear.
Yeah.
And when you get into materials and quality, right? And, you know, there's indigenous designers that I know that, you know, it's really, you can't just go ahead and get those materials and those qualities. Like, you have to start somewhere.
Like me. Making dope t-shirts. No.
Yeah. I'll always support that.
Right.
And I always love to get gear wherever I can, right?
Yeah.
But I think Section 35 has really grasped it for me in the sense of when you're younger, in my younger years, I think all our younger years, you're listening to rap and you're wondering like, yo, one day there's going to be an indigenous street where I hope there is going to be a street. And here we are. For me, that's like, it's like the iPhone.
Yeah.
that came. You're like, yo, I knew there was gonna be a street
So
where
that Native by Nature gear is dope too.
yeah,
bro.
Native by Nature, dope. I think History Makers, top notch too.
Oh yeah, shout out to KC Hall.
Yeah, fucking really. And Decolonial Clothing too, man. They
Decolonial, yeah.
do some really dope stuff too. I have a bunch of their stuff. I have their collaboration with Rebirth.
Oh yeah, okay.
There was only 100 of those hoodies made. I got number 17.
Yeah,
Really proud of that. It's a really dope.
Yo, fucking
Right? So
fuck yeah.
when you get into the film, fashion comes hand in hand, and that's why I go Vancouver Indigenous Fashion Week.
Yeah.
I'll always try and be there
Yeah.
because I'm trying to stay in tune. It's not just about. I'm trying to stay in tune with what's
It's all
what's
part of
looking
it,
right
yeah.
now, and that matters, especially when you're doing stuff that we do.
Hell yeah. Yeah. That's definitely important. I wanted to circle back and ask a question because it's always something I wondered. I'm envious of, a lot of the brothers that are from around here that grew up with their culture, very strong and just even watching the kids carrying the medicines and stuff. And then, like a brother I was mentioned earlier, like I see some falter and lose their way, and even though they're part of that, and my thing is like for me, it helped me, all right? I was brought there and I was shown things and taught things and given things that empower me till this day, but because I didn't have it, right? And so I always wondered for those who were born with it and have it, and they lose their way, where do they go? You know what I mean? Like how do
That's
like
deep.
because I culture saves lives, but
does,
you
bro.
were raised with that and you've lost your way. You know what I mean? So where do you go? Like I know you can go back to it.
I've seen it firsthand happen too. I mean, growing up around Chehalis and the Cal, right? Like, I've watched it actually. A couple of my little cousins that are born up and around longhouse life, and then they fall off. And what I'm noticing, like, man, they fall off fast and hard.
Yeah.
And I even like had conversations with a couple of them about it, and they said like they didn't even know if they can go back because they feel so feel like they
Am I still
let
sacred?
so many people, straight up, man. They feel like they let their culture down. They feel like they let their mom, their dad, their grandpas down that they raised up in. And when you come out in culture, it's. I'm not saying people look down on people, but when you are there, a lot of elders really respect that, right? And even though they still respect them, they feel like they're like, yo, damn, I let so many people down, and it actually makes you made them spiral down farther, and I've actually watched it. Look, it actually seems harder, in my opinion. I feel it's probably harder
for sure, and it seems like it's a tough thing to overcome. But the crazy thing is how you're able to walk back into Hope's life and the open arm welcomed you back. I think it would almost be just like that.
Yeah, I feel like it starts within, man. It all starts within.
In your own mind,
that's right.
You're not wanted or you're not there, and that's the kind of part of the battle is overcoming that part.
Getting belief in yourself to make that step through. Showing up, bro.
Actually, my wife told me a story about her longhouse from back east, Six Nations. She just lost her father-in-law, and he was, felt that way about himself, that nobody would like him, welcome him, or want him at the longhouse. And her mom told him to just go. Who cares what anybody thinks? That's yours. That's where you belong. You just go there.
Word.
And, he was riding bikes, Harleys and shit, so he's in that kind of life, and he felt, again, am I still sacred? He didn't feel like he belonged, and he'd go to the longhouse and he would just sit outside while the ceremony was going, and then eventually he started moving inside, and then he was just there, back part of it, right? So
realize that they're waiting, almost arms are always open. Right?
And my thought was for me, it was almost easier because it was hard and easy because I was searching for culture. I found culture. I grew up around Vietnamese refugees in East Vancouver, a whole different lifestyle, learning to speak Chinese and stuff, and
that's cool, man.
I just and then when I went to the longhouse there, it felt like everything just made sense. The humor, the culture, the songs, everything felt real. That's what I was missing.
Your spirit,
and it helped me. But so what I think is those who've had it and grew up with it, they got half the battle. They don't have to go look for that and find it. They got it. They grew up with it. They just got to go back to it. You know? They know who they are, right? Totally, and they lost their way, but
I hear that.
Right. I mean, that was just something I was wondering about. You know, I wonder quite a bit about that because I want to be able to speak to people, and if I'm speaking to brothers who grew up that way, and they're like, you ain't saying nothing. I grew up around. I've seen elders, respected elders, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And it kind of, makes you think like it's, you know what I mean? So how do you speak life back into them? If I'm trying to say, well, for me, culture saved my life. But,
Well, it also seems like from my experience, like you have your reserves, right? And your family represents.
Yeah.
And it's not an individual.
Yeah.
It's always the family that you're representing.
Yeah.
So you have an entire family behind you, and the things that you do reflect on your family.
Yeah.
And I think that if you're going down a dark place, the pressure of that is extreme.
Yeah.
Very extreme. And it's not something that you can just get rid of. It's just how we are as people. And so that I think like that might be a hurdle that would be really hard to get over, because you're even when you're given a name, right, there's a lot of stuff that you need to protocol that you need to follow, and you can get that name taken away, right? So, and that's like and that reflects on your family, so I think that if you're struggling with addiction or something like that, and you lose yourself, or anything, if you lose yourself with different things too, that pressure is there, and it's probably, I feel like that would make it harder for some people, and then that's so that I just think that maybe you see that a lot in our communities, but maybe in other communities it happens and people don't talk about it because there's not a whole family backing you. Maybe they're
that's huge too. That's huge.
This if you probably heard of a coming of age ceremony, and I have my own teachings around that. One of it is like, part of it is like we get our family to sit behind us in our community and stuff, and or our loved ones, and then in front of us we'll have some elders and the community, and they'll give us stuff like represents like maybe a rifle and stuff you need as you transition into manhood and stuff like that, right? And teachings, and they'll speak to you and stuff. And part of it, what they will do is at the end, and they say, life is going to be tough, right? But I want you to stand up and turn around and look behind you. And then when the young person does that, he sees all his family behind him. And they say, if life ever gets tough, just turn around, look behind you, and all these people are here to support you, And that's how I feel about it,
Sometimes you forget those people are there too until you actually like turn around. I feel that. I feel that.
Right.
And it's right, because there's that thing where you feel the pressure, but in reality, they just want to support you.
Yeah, that's right.
So you feel like, oh, this pressure's on me, but really they want to support you and they want you to do good. And so
that's right.
That's it's hard to maybe look back if you feel shame, maybe. Like, I don't know, man. I'm just kind of shooting the shit right now, but that's kind of how.
Well, you shouldn't be feeling ashamed of yourself if you're a real Rez Kid.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Because y'all some real Rez Kids. I grew up here in East Van my whole life, so I can't claim that.
Shout out to
I'm
East
a street
Van,
kid,
baby. That's what's up.
But Luke is still alive, that's savage. Look into my eyes and you see that I'm down to ride.
This one's a heater, bro.
You just got it. You try
Real
to think
Rez
that my
Kid.
culture's
Real
about to
Rez
die.
Kids, baby.
I don't know.
SKS.
Deep inside.
Come on. One day it's gonna die. Okay. You can see it
Real
on the
Nietzsche's
outside.
sipping on Timmy's.
All my people will survive.
Word up.
Come on, burning up the Bible, forgetting your arrival. Straight up spread survival.
What,
You
Timmy?
choking
What
on
are you
something
talking
tribal.
about?
You're calling these a trouble. I'm slipping through the rubble.
Yeah.
Choking out to my ancestors,
see
flexing
nothing.
every muscle. This is hip hop. It ain't never gonna stop. Welcome to the coast, a middle
know,
finger
this
to the
song's a
cops. And never
banger,
pipe
bro.
down. Let the pipe burst down. Put the fire to the flame and let it all burn down.
We know deep inside.
Fuck that shit.
One day it's gonna die.
I'm a real Rez Kid.
You can see it on the outside.
Fuck that shit.
All my people will survive.
I'm a real Rez Kid.
You know deep inside.
Fuck that shit.
One day it's gonna die.
I'm a real Rez Kid.
You can see it on the outside.
Fuck that shit.
All my people will survive.
I'm a real Rez Kid.
They wanna separate, but it's not separate. To separate yourself from your skull so I can celebrate. Let's levitate to a place that I can set them straight. Level with the devil and tell him it's time to demonstrate. And I can tell you hate what I'm about to say. Never kill the native in me, cause I am here to stay. From the Sailor Sea to the smallest stream, run around to colonizing everything that I can see. And I don't mean to be such an evil beast. He's just trying to reach the peaks my people need to see. Easily deleting these people that keep reaching me. A BC demon see me sleeping in the REZ, it's RIP. Rip it through your arteries, I'm already. My harmonies are harmonies, all-star comedy.
yeah,
Rap
bro.
cats constantly standing on my property. I stand to kill him softly.
Fucking banger, bro.
That gets me every time.
They want to separate, but it ain't separate to separate your scalp from your skull so I can celebrate. Let's go. I had to drop that on them.
Hell yeah, man. That's sick.
Don't want to separate shit.
That's dope. And that, you know, the ending of that song always fucks me up because I'm just like right into it and it's like, what the fuck happened to my song?
Yeah, just
Totally,
like
it's
boom.
so funny. I had messages. Yo, was your song only 2 minutes? I'm like, yeah. And then a week later, my other buddy's like, yo, is your song only 2 minutes? And I'm like, yeah. And I was like, I end on the
It was
strong
effective,
note.
bro. It was effective.
I end on the strong note. We move on. I like to do that. I like to like not stick to the structure of a regular
Yeah,
song.
I loved it because when it just dropped, I was even like, oh, I was going hard. I'm like, oh, he just dropped it. Fuck off. Out.
Yeah, well,
I love it. I love it myself. I thought it was a dope.
My song might be only 2 minutes, but I can go 3.
Totally.
Yeah.
totally.
Y'all want that there? Yeah. Facts, man. I loved it, man. Yo, my kids banged the shit out of that song too, bro. And they like screaming. I always hear my son yelling downstairs, "Real Rez Kid." I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Because I had this guy comment. You know, I know what I'm talking about. I know I'm not a kid.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not stupid. But it doesn't really matter. I even say that like, if you're an older head, like you're still tied to the res.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Because that's all we got.
Yeah.
That's all they gave us.
And we'll remember it. Well, people will remember it like, man, I'm just a Rez Kid, dude. Like,
Totally.
yeah.
And so even though you didn't grow up on the res, like you have so much tied
to
the res that
yeah.
we're all res kids, man. Like,
Yeah.
and even
bro.
that's why I did that song to even say like even if you're an elder, like there's that res kid in
I'm
you.
an intergenerational Rez Kid.
Totally, yeah.
Passed on, not just
That's
totally.
Passed
So
on.
like, so
Word.
you know, have fun. That's kind of my message with that song. Is like
Yeah,
even if
yeah.
you're an older, because I'm an older head.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
42 years old.
Yeah.
So to scream I'm a
Shit,
real
you're
res
prime,
kid empowers people to kind of get back to their youth and how they were, and that's the
Word.
kind of deep underlying thing that I think.
My res
Comes
is
from
Commercial Drive.
Right? Totally.
Hoodlum Street, Woodland Street. I've been there my entire life, and you know all these people that are moving in that are kind of gentrifying the neighborhood, making East Van kind of watered down and whatever. I went to this restaurant, had an East Van burger. It was Beyond Meat. I'm like, what the fuck? We love beef. What's going on here? But
Yeah.
you know, they built a bunch of native housings all along commercial drives, and unfortunately, you guys are stuck. And,
Totally. Yeah.
you know, you see the native kids just walking across the street like this is our
We
fucking
just
land.
got hollered at one
Totally.
down the
Yeah,
road.
yeah, right. And if we're looking at, if you really want to look at like native, this is all ours. So it's a
Right.
big res, man. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy because I work on the water and stuff, and you know, all the politics that are going on right now on the internet and stuff about, you know, all the land claims and treaties in BC, and then Alberta wanting to separate and stuff, and all the people that I'm around, when I look over, I feel like saying, you know, when I look over here at these mountains and stuff, this is where I'm from. Like,
Yeah.
when you look at these mountains, you can't say that.
Yeah.
You know, you can't say I'm
word.
from here. Like you might they'll say, oh, I'm from here. I've been here. You know, like no, but where you're from is like somewhere. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And
Yeah.
until you, one day I tell them like, man, you're so colonized. You don't even know your own songs and your own culture, your own
Yeah,
clan,
that's
and you
what's
guys
up,
have that where you're
Totally.
from.
Word
You,
up.
if you go to Scotland and stand on your grandfather's land where you,
I
where
bet
you
you. I
started
bet they
from,
would feel. I bet
you
they'd
feel that,
it.
and
100%.
you will ask anybody to try to take me off this land, and you'll feel that power of no, you'll die there.
Fucking
Right,
right. Yeah.
and you got that as well.
Word
It's
up.
just not here,
Yeah,
right?
totally,
But
right.
you got that, and when
Yeah.
you feel that, you will understand us. You know.
Yeah,
what I mean?
that's right. That's right.
And I was thinking when you were talking earlier off camera, you know, the cedar tree, how important it is out here. It's kind of like the buffalo for
sure.
you know, for plains people. A lot of stuff we pull from that, but the cedar tree. And when I think about people who look at us like we don't belong here, like, you know, you guys represent like that cedar tree. Your roots are deep in this ground here, right? And it's you know, you see how tall and big and strong and everything it represents. That's like, you know, I would never walk around here and I'd feel like that cedar tree.
Yeah.
You know, I would never walk around here and feel like uncomfortable around other people. You know what I mean? 'Cause this is you. This is everywhere you're walking. You know, like you can say that your ancestors have been walking around commercial. I made a shirt that says East Van and underneath it Native Land, because before it was East Van, this was Native Land.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Stalo Nation.
A lot of power in that. You know, what you guys got here. You know?
Totally.
Word, man. Word
So I'm hoping, you know, that you guys walk with that power
For
and
sure, man.
fuck all these guys that ain't got something good to say
Fuck y'all
about.
haters, man.
Fuck
Yeah.
that shit.
You know,
That's right, bro.
You know, I gotta say, like, it's a good time to be indigenous, man.
Hell yeah.
It is.
You know, like,
Shout out to Curtis Clear Sky. But anyways, yeah.
yeah, it is. I mean, it's good to be able to say the things that I say.
Yeah.
Because I think, like I said, that opening, oh, look who's still alive.
Yeah.
That's the opening line to Real Rez Kid.
Yeah.
And for me, that's like, that one line says so much. Oh, look who's still alive. Because it obviously strings from like Kill the Indian
been
and the
trying to
Child,
kill it,
right?
Yeah.
And so it's a good time to be able to say what we want to say, and that's why I love being an artist right
Yeah.
now. And people can be angry or whatever, but I actually feel pretty good no matter what. So it actually makes me feel good
Right.
saying those things, like, you know, being able to call out separatism
Yeah.
in a way that I feel gets it off my chest, but I'm not hurting anybody physically.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I'm not attacking anybody.
We can have
physically.
feelings about shit, feel
Totally,
a certain way.
totally,
you know?
yeah. And
But I got, you know, I'm cool with not seeing it the same way you do, you
Yeah.
know, and
Yeah.
that's, people got to realize, like,
Yeah.
it's okay to be, you know, have different points of
Totally,
view.
yeah.
Manic and I were talking about
yeah.
indigenous people, and I'm like, I don't really fuck with the blanket statement. I'm indigenous from here, and I care about my people from here.
Yeah.
Respect indigenous people that are from elsewhere, and I'm indigenous, and but I'm just we just kind of disagree on it, but that's okay, you know. Just don't start being like, you're a fucking hater. You don't you know how people start virtue signaling and start like making it like you're a bad person because you don't agree with them. That's
Yeah.
rampant these days.
Yeah,
you know,
totally.
just because you don't see the same way things the same way.
Yeah.
But I think it speaks more about them that they're going to judge you based off of you not seeing things the way I see it.
Yeah,
Right?
totally.
That's fucked. That's whack, if you ask me.
Yeah, and I mean, even I don't obviously like. I don't really want to like get into it deep, but
Yeah.
with the war,
Yeah.
there's separations everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
That's
because
right.
it's a very complicated
Yeah.
conflict.
For
so,
sure.
you know, it's one of those things where you, as people, you're like, oh, that's okay. You have that point of view. Like, I'm not going to attack you for
Yeah.
that. I'm not here to make worse of a situation because of the way we
Yeah,
think.
that's right.
Yeah.
You know, and usually, like, those people are like really good people that you
Yeah.
have differences with.
Yeah.
You
Hell
know,
yeah.
and so not all the time, But sometimes you're like, you're actually, I say this at my work. There's people that I came in and I hated them.
Yeah.
And then boom, they're my best friend.
And I can't speak on it myself because I've never been a warring country against another warring country.
Yeah.
So I try to break it down to what I would understand. And I think, like, you're making way more money on your block than I am.
Yeah.
So we go into war, and I'm coming to get that block.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm going to make that money.
Yeah,
right?
that's right.
And that's how I look at it. Like, so if I was in that, kind of mindset, in the bigger picture, it seems like that's what it's about. But I'm not a war expert or what have you. And I know there's casualties in it and people, and stuff like that. But I don't know enough about it to really have a solid opinion about it. And if I don't have a professor's point of view on it, don't air me out like I'm, this or that or the next thing, right? Like that. Honestly, I'll just boil it right back to my bro saying you're an Indian first, and that's who I care about, who I worry about, and I respect people who go march for Palestine and stuff like that. But I want to march for my people in north of the provinces that don't have water and stuff like that. That's where I want to spend my energy.
Word.
And then when we take care of our home, then I can help out the other people, right?
Yeah.
But I know it doesn't, like most of these people that are doing this, or a lot of people that are doing this, it doesn't take much to put up a post and I stand with this and that.
Yeah, that's right.
Ain't really out there, but whatever.
I mean, and if artists, I think we're like, a lot of times our people expect us to just be political. Yeah. And sometimes I'm like, I just want to make music. I don't have fun, like I just want to make this guy. I think this guy is inspiring because when I think about Overdose, we sat with Doobie. He came back and he was like, "Yo, check out these songs." This guy actually needed like a dance floor. And we're at Doobie's place, like just chilling, doing dabs. Like it's but it's funny because the energy that you brought. And
one of my new tracks will be dropping.
It's like it's great to see that, the versatility. In not just rap. But being a dope rap artist, but able to change it up.
It's a banger.
Got
a dance floor and shit. It's like
I used to have like a different rap moniker back in the day when I was talking about the old days, and now this Rich Unk version of me is all about like making music, like I'm making music about cars, like I got a Fox body, got a Beat body. It's all like West Coast kind of like slaps. And then also songs about like how to rap about our culture and make it cool because we were going to a high school with my cousin. He's a pipe carrier to do a ceremony for the native kids. And he was already there, and I'm pulling up, and I just got G Unit 50 Cent, and I got my fitted on, just like. And then I go in there and I sing the songs for a ceremony and stuff, right? And my thing was always like you can love hip hop and be part of the culture, but still carry your sacredness and your ceremonies as well.
Respects,
so that's how I'm trying to make listening about. I guess what you'd say is like Christian rappers. Well, I want to be like an indigenous, like a sacred rapper or whatever you call it. Like make it cool, like somehow put cool spins on.
Totally.
Taking spirit baths and hanging on the cedar branches. And, stuff like that, right?
For sure, bro.
Yeah, man. So with that, just want to say thank you guys for coming out. Dopest Natives Alive. Make sure you check these guys out on all platforms, Instagram, Facebook, all that. You guys got anything else you want to share? Where to find you at?
Yeah, you know what? It's I'm still ready to drop my shit on Spotify soon, so I'll be out there soon, man. You know what I'm saying? But Overdose579, TikTok, fucking Instagram. You'll see me soon, yo. Like I said, I'm coming back. When I drop, y'all gonna know. Y'all know when I'm here. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Hope and final words.
Yo, Hope from SKS is where you can find all my stuff at. Shout out to Doobie.
Yeah, Doobie, what up, bro?
Doobie, what up, bro? Mad love.
Word up.
We got Overdose out. Let's go. Yeah, shout out to the whole indigenous scene, man.
Yeah.
And shout out to Dopest Natives Alive for
word up, man.
for what you guys are doing.
Word up.
And all the indigenous artists out there listening, if you're new, if you're into it for a while, it's a great time to be indigenous. Your music is amazing. Keep doing it. And I'm always going to be here to support any indigenous artist, new, old, young, whatever. I'll always be there. So mad love to you guys.
Hell yeah, and guess what? Hope is back. Overdose 579 is back. And Rich Unk never left. We're still here in this busy.
Yeah, let's get it.
Fuck that shit. One day it's gonna die. I'm a real Rez Kid.